Okay, bonjour. So this is another PowerPoint about the present tense, but this is not really an introduction. This is just to see how much we've learned and whether we can do these sorts of exercises. So there's some practice exercises here we're going to have a go at. So you're going to need to pause the video in a moment, and you're going to need to go back over your notes. There have been a few videos. If you haven't watched the videos about the past tense, about the present tense so far, then you should go back and have a look at these videos. There's one about ER verbs, there's one about RE verbs, and there's one about IR verbs. You need to go back and look over them. You need to make some notes, otherwise you won't be able to do these next exercises. These are not, if you've already watched the video about irregular verbs are not in this video at the moment. So let's have a look. So basically all I'm going to do is just this. I'm going to leave that. You should pause the video now, and you're going to have a go at these sentences. You need to translate them. This is quite difficult for year 7, but it should be some good revision for year 8 and 9 and 10. So we've got, he finishes the pizza. So just to give you a little bit of a tip, you need to find from your notes what is the verb to finish in French. You need to think about what the ending is, and you need to think about how you're going to change it. And then you should use a dictionary, or maybe just try and use a bit of common sense to try and figure out the end of the sentence. You should know a lot of these sentences are pretty simple, really. You should be able to finish them off. Words for bus and tennis and cakes, should know those words, really. Anyway, so I sell my bike, we play tennis, she waits for the bus, I watch TV, we choose the chips, they eat cheese. Do you listen to music? With that one, you just need to be careful. You don't really need the word for do in French. You can just raise your voice at the end to make it into a question. Number 9, she sells cakes. And number 10, he chooses some trainers. So like I said, you need to go and find the verb, you need to look at the ending, and then you need to select the right ending for the verb that it is. So you should pause it now and have a go, and then come back and play it, and we'll go through the answers. Okay, so let's have a look at number 1. So he finishes the pizza. So the answer, what you should have, is il finit la pizza. Because the word to finish in French is finir, which is an IR verb. So you take the word finir, you knock off the IR, and you add on IT. Il finit la pizza. He is finishing the pizza, or he finishes the pizza, is number 1. Hopefully you got that right. Number 2, I sell my bike, or I am selling my bike. So the word to sell in French is vendre, which is an RE verb. So you would take the word I, je, and you take the word vendre, and then you knock off the RE from the end, and you add on an S. Je vends mon vélo. I am selling my bike, or I sell my bike. Je vends mon vélo. The word vélo you probably know already. A bit like the word velodrome in English is the word for bike in French. Number 3, we play tennis. Well, the word to play in French is jouer, which is an ER verb. And so we take the word for we, which hopefully we should know is nous, and we take the word jouer and we knock the ER off the end, and hopefully you've added on ONS. So, nous jouons au tennis. We take the ER off the end of jouer and we add on ONS. Nous jouons au tennis. We play tennis, or we are playing tennis. Number 4, she waits for the bus. So what we should have got, hopefully, is we should have got elle for she, and then to wait for in French is attendre, which is an RE verb, which actually means, so well, we take off the RE from the end, and hopefully we should realise that we don't add anything on, because on that line it goes SS nothing, so we just leave it the same. Elle attend le bus. You don't need an extra word for in French, because the word attendre, the verb attendre, means to wait for. So you just simply need elle attend le bus. She's waiting for the bus. Number 5, I watch television. So again, you should look up the word to watch, go back over your notes. The word to watch is regarder, which is an ER verb. So therefore we take the je and we take the ER off the end of regarder, and we add on an E. Je regarde la télé. I watch television. Number 6. We choose the chips. It's a bit of a strange sentence, but anyway. The word to choose in French is an IR verb, choisir. And so we should have got the word nous for we, and we should have taken off the IR from the end. Choisir, we take off the IR, and this time we add on ISSONS, because it's an IR verb. This is where we might get the verb endings mixed up from ER verbs or RE verbs or IR verbs. If you don't know them well enough, you might get them mixed up. So we really need to know them really well. So nous choisissons les frites. We choose the chips. Frites is the French word for chips. Number 7. They eat cheese. Well, there's two possible answers here. I haven't said which type of they. It might be males or it might be females, and so we're going to have a look at both the answers. So we'll do the masculine one first. So that would be il. The word to eat in French is manger, which is an ER verb. And so therefore we take an ER off the end and we add on ENT, because that's the line for they. It goes EESE-ONS-EZ-ENT. So if it's a group of boys or a mixed group, you would say ils mangent du fromage. They eat cheese, or they are eating cheese. If you want to use the feminine one, if it's a group of girls that like cheese or eat cheese, you would say elles mangent du fromage. But the work of the verb still is the same. You take the R off the end and you put ENT on. Ils mangent du fromage or elles mangent du fromage. They eat cheese or they are eating cheese. Number 8 is a little bit tricky. You've got you listen to music, and again there's two answers here, because don't forget in French there are two words for you, so you've got two answers here. You could say the to form, the word to listen in French is écouter, and what type of verb is it? Yeah, it's an ER verb, écouter. So you would not, so if you do the to form, you just look at the top one for it, number 8, you got the écouter, so you take the ER off the end and you add on ES. Remember, EESE-ONS-EZ-ENT. So tu écoutes de la musique, and you raise your voice at the end. Tu écoutes de la musique? Do you listen to music? Or I listen to music could mean. Or if you want to talk to someone who you don't know very well, using vous or a group of people, you could say vous écoutez. So you take the ER off the end for the vous and you add on EZ this time. Vous écoutez de la musique? You just raise your voice at the end. Do you listen to music, or are you listening to music? So two possible answers. Tu écoutes de la musique, or vous écoutez de la musique? Okay, super. Number 9, she sells cakes. Now, we know hopefully the verb to sell in French is vendre, which is an RE verb. So we get the word for she, which is elle, and we get the word for vendre, and we knock the RE off the end, and we don't add anything on, because that verb goes SS nothing ONSEZENT. So we don't add anything on to the she line. Elle vend des gâteaux. She sells cakes, or she is selling cakes. Elle vend des gâteaux. So we take the RE off the end and we just leave it. Vend. And finally, number 10. He chooses some trainers. The word to choose is choisir, which is an IR verb. So you take the IR off the end and you put IT. ISISIT. So il choisit. He's choosing, or he chooses, des baskets, some trainers. The word for trainers in French is basket. A lot of these words we've done, most of these words we've done in French, we should really know. Il choisit des baskets. Okay, so that's quite a difficult task for year 7s in particular, and possibly other year groups, but we just need to remember that we have to decide what verb it is. Is it an ER verb? Is it an RE verb? Is it an IR verb? And then once you decide which type of verb it is, you knock off the ending and you add on a different ending, but those endings you need to learn. Okay, that was useful. And again, we can have a look at languages online. There's lots of different, this is the challenge now, is to try and mix them up. It's quite easy to do a whole load of questions about ER verbs, but if we mix them up and mix up ER and RE and IR, then it becomes quite difficult. So if you go to languages online and there's loads of questions about the present tense, just mixed up, try and challenge yourselves to get those answers right. Okay, merci, à bientôt.